Posture is one of the most important things in dancing. And of course, depending on what kind of dance you do, it will require a different kind of posture. So let's talk about that. Hello my beautiful subscribers, Rasa the dancer is here and I am about to talk about posture in different kind of dances, okay? So I am super excited. I really hope this is going to be beneficial for you because I had a lot of comments that actually talked about, tell me more about the posture. And I've made some videos on posture before, so I'm going to make sure I tag them so you could go a little bit more in depth on this subject that I think is truly very important. But today I'm going to just in simple terms explain in dancing what kind of posture I think you should be aiming for, okay? And also I have a new microphone, guys, so let's see if the sound is as good as I hope that it is. So make sure in the comments as well by the end of this video you let me know if you enjoy my new microphone. First up, Bachata posture. So in Bachata, we want to be long, but we also want to be relaxed. Depending what moves and positions you're going to do, posture will change. But in general, we want to be relaxed. So this part of your area needs to go inside. Then everything else goes up. And then we want to relax our shoulder blades back. And when we relax, this is what our posture is, okay? Now from the back, it looks like this. My stomach goes inside, my upper body goes up, and the shoulder blades, they relax. And then we have soft knees and we're dancing and it looks like this. From the side, the posture goes inside, boom, the upper body goes up, shoulder blades go back, and we relax, relax, relax. And for males, it's very similar. This one goes inside and then everything goes up, but we're just a little bit more forward and the shoulders don't go back. So you could have a little bit more of a masculine feel. Now, to break it down just a little bit more about what I'm talking about, this part of our body, what happens is sometimes we think the posture is up and stretching backwards. And what happens, it makes us a pretzel. Okay, so this is usually the issue with the whole situation. So this part, if you push it in and then you raise everything up, it takes pressure from your lower back. If you don't put this in and you raise everything up, you become a pretzel. And when you're dancing, it might not be that noticeable and you might still look good, but you're applying so much pressure on your lower back and it's just not nice. But as soon as you do this, and then it goes up, the tension releases and you're able to do much nicer things. Now, salsa posture. Salsa posture is very similar to bachata. It's just depending in salsa what we're going to do again is how of what we're going to use. If you dance more afro, you tend to have a little bit more flow from the floor and your upper body needs to relax a little bit. So we tend to release the energy as we're dancing afro. But in the partner work, when we are moving around, especially in a cross-body lead, it's a very fast dance. So we do need a little bit more energy that comes from the floor, but then it goes into the posture that is very similar to bachata. So we will still have what we just talked about, this part in and everything up and the shoulder just a little bit back. But instead of bachata being bent knees here, in salsa, there's a traveling forwards and backwards. So it's less bouncy here on the side and it's more energy forwards and backwards. And especially for the turns and the spins in salsa when we have to turn, it's very important to have the power because there's so many spins. So then the same posture here and here, instead of pushing shoulder blades back, we actually straighten everything. Everything energy is going here instead of releasing it there because we need to find a perfect center for our turning. But as I say, in terms of posture, bachata, salsa, some other things, they are very, very similar. So if you're going to do this up, and then you're going to use your positioning from the legs to do different movements, you're going to feel a huge difference, right? And for the guys, again, is the same. Instead of having shoulders relaxed backwards, the masculinity comes from having a little bit more frame in front. So when you do your movement and your steps, you have a bit more energy here rather than energy there. Does that make sense with the shoulders? So you have a little bit more of a masculine vibe. So the posture is the same. The only thing that changes in salsa for the spins, we don't take the shoulder blades backwards. We tend to have space here. Everything kind of stops and then we relax our head because we need so much power to keep spinning multiple times. So that's the only really like magnificent difference between separated different moves. Now let's talk Kizomba, okay? Kizomba, traditional Kizomba, it has soft knees, definitely, and our posture is a little bit forward. So think about the posture that I just talked about. So you have this part in, you think a little bit more up, but you don't overstretch, right? You don't want as much tension as you have in salsa and bachata. You just want to make sure that you're holding your own balance, right? So it's there, but it's not as tight. But the idea is that everything is a little bit more forward because in Kizomba, the connection points are like this. So this part is loose, this is connected. So when you're moving in Kizomba and you're doing your saidas or whatever, you have that different connection. So even though your posture itself still requires the same techniques, what we do, we go a little bit forward. So we could have that connection there, and then we have bent knees. We release tension from the lower back because there's a lot of hip motion as well. So then it kind of releases this lower part area, but the posture itself, it still needs to hold you for your balance. And if there's like samba and tricks, you're gonna need it as well to hold yourself when they're pushing you in different directions and doing the tricks. Now in urban kiss, there is still in the partner work a little bit of forward lean, but it's much smaller. And urban kiss has so many other influences in their dancing. It's such a mixed dance that it changes all the time. Sometimes you're more straight, sometimes you're more forward. If somebody lifts the leg, you have to, you know, straighten up. If you're doing saida, you're gonna be a little bit more forward, but the knees are a little bit more straight in urban kiss because they do a lot of leg positioning. So you have a little bit more straight knees as well. But besides that, the posture itself is here. But in urban kiss, we don't push our shoulder blades back. Yes? So what we tend to do, we do this, we do that, and then we're quite straight. So when we're moving around in urban kiss, everything is there. And then we need to make sure that we can shift our weight directly from one leg to another. So the moment you're gonna be like this, you will lose the idea of where you need to be because there's so many flicks in the legs and so many changes. Up, down, side, transfer, stop, block. And because of those blocks, you need to be breathing, you need to be relaxed, and you need to be completely straight. And then in the partner work here, you might lean a little bit, and then suddenly something happens with the legs and you have to be able to lock. And that lock is only gonna work if you're using your posture. So that's a little bit more about traditional and urban. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you found this useful. Use the comments, that's what they're there for. And let me know if you enjoyed my microphone. If the sound is good, this is a keeper. Now guys, I will leave you with, as I said, some videos that I made from the past about posture. So make sure you check them out and keep improving the way you dance and you stand and you live your lives. And now subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Show me some love by doing the thumbs up because it helps with the algorithms and how my videos pop up. And guys, I will see you very soon. Mwah.